And so again, my name is Mrs. Dewey. I'm the school counselor, a school counselor in McKinney ISD. And super important for me to be talking to you guys and just connecting. So hopefully you get something out of our time together. So just to start out, a couple of things. I'm going to talk to you about a few non-related to mindful stretching things. I think there's a book out there called Stuff That Sucks, and this whole situation we're in right there is right up there with stuff that sucks. But that's okay, we're gonna make it through, and you might be noticing that as you're going from day to day, you're noticing things that you like about the situation you're in and things that you don't like. But the truth is that we're all in very different situations than we normally are, and so we have things coming up that we might not have seen before, right? So I just wanted to give you a few ideas of how to relax during this time before we start our mindful stretching. And every Wednesday I'm going to give you a couple of tools that I think are going to be really good for you just as a student to even step away from technology and to just close all those windows in your computer brain and just shut down for a little bit and restore and relax. So as I talk to you about these things, I'm going to put them in this bag of mine. This is my big bag. I want to remind you, kindness matters, right? Kindness matters all the time, but especially in a time when we're all going through something together, just giving people a little bit of extra understanding, a little bit of extra grace. A lot of people are really afraid right now, so being kind to them, being kind to yourself, being kind to others, kindness really does matter, and it's going to be one of the things that helps us get through all of this, right? And it just improves your life in general. So I have 3 things for you to consider about how you can calm down, and they're super inexpensive things. And so I know for a fact our dollar store, the local dollar store, sells all kinds of things, paper products and groceries, and they are considered an essential resource. So they're going to remain open during all the things that we're going through right now. The very good news about that is the dollar store has a ton of really cool things that can help you relax from home for really, really inexpensive. And I just wanted to show you a few things that I found. Sometimes that's where I get my stuff anyway, but anybody can get it. It's literally $1 per item that I'm going to show you. So, while keeping in mind distancing, take yourself, have your mom or dad or guardian take you over to the local dollar store when they're going out anyway. Don't make a special trip, just make it a different stop. And here's some things you can look for that I found that I was really excited about. So the first one is called a roll-on aromatherapy. So usually these are super expensive, and I tried them out just because I didn't want to recommend something that I thought would be really dumb. But this one it's called Aroma Guru, and it's a roll-on peppermint. And roll-on means you can just take it and roll it right on your wrist like we do at school, and you can just smell that. And this has got almond oil in it and peppermint oil in it, and it really does smell good, and it's only $1. That is a really good deal. They also have lavender and tea tree oil, which I'll talk about other weeks, but peppermint is one of the ones that we use a lot at school, because peppermint can help you with your headaches too. So you can take this and you put it right on the side of your head for a headache, or if you're feeling sleepy and you need to be awake, you can smell, you can put it on your wrist. It's really good for waking you up, calming down the headache, really good for when you have sinus or like you're having a stuffy nose. So this roll-on part of it is awesome because you guys have seen me kind of struggle with the dabbing thing before. It doesn't always work so well, but $1 for your peppermint roll-on, dollar store, I'm telling you, they have some great things. The next thing I found at the dollar store was this guy. What does that look like? It's one of our stress balls, right? There's all different kinds. There's like a happy face and a silly face and a face and all those things. But this one, I feel like when you're stressing, that's how you're feeling, right? Like, and so this kind of gives you a chance to take some of that if you're feeling aggressive, if you're feeling antsy. You know, you're sitting and trying to get to your teacher's lessons that you have online, and it's totally new stuff. So it's $1. You can just sit at home, pick your face that you want, and just squeeze away, right? So again, stress ball, just remember that is a tool you can use. It's not expensive. And there's nothing wrong with, you know, and this is yours, so you can like pick at it, you can do what you want, not like our contract, right? But it's really good for when you are feeling antsy and your brain's running with all your thoughts and everything. Last thing I'm gonna recommend for this time is coloring. Not silly coloring, but like what they would call adult level coloring books. So if you're in, you know, 5th or 6th grade even, you can do these adult level coloring books. Again, they're all $1 at the dollar store. So I picked up one that I really like, stained glass, because I love stained glass. So I'm gonna have some fun drawing those. But some of the other ones I found, you can just look through them, relaxing. They can be as intricate or as easy as you want them to be. And then the one that we use at school a lot is your mandalas. And they have the different patterns in there, but each one of these, again, $1 for these coloring books. And usually intricate coloring books like this cost a lot of money, but not at the dollar store. And there's nothing wrong with buying something inexpensively, right? And so then because they're only $1, you can just take your colored pencils or whatever medium you want, and you can just start coloring. And you don't have to be having the whole picture in mind. You can just have, you know what, purple feels good to me right now, so I'm gonna put purple in this section. And when you're done with all of that, just kind of focusing on coloring inside the lines or shading or however you wanna do it, it gives your brain a chance to relax from all of its problem solving or worrying that you might be doing right now. So, again, coloring book, the kind, and you know, there's nothing wrong if you find like a Disney one that you like too. Those are fun, but sometimes kids think that's just too juvenile for them, and so that's why I recommend the other adult level coloring books, but they have them all there at dollar store. So you got your coloring books with your pencils, you got your stress ball, and you got your roll-on peppermint. And all of that is going inside this Kindness Matters bag, because right now, kindness really does matter. Kindness not just to others, but also kindness to yourself, right? And being okay with not being okay sometimes.